Boop a doop. And it looks like it's not seeing us. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. There it goes. And this one does it automatically. See? You don't have to. There's end stream there. So we're good to go. There we go.
Okay. I had to turn that. Something was playing on my phone.
Oh no.
I didn't mean it to.
Play it ain't so.
I'm like, what is that? Something was making noise at me.
That Pepsi. Boy. I'll stick to my Mystery Science Theater drink.
There you go. Hello, William Rochelle. Hey there.
They're all joining in.
He's the first one to chime in.
To admit, welcome. Just stand up and say your name and say where you heard.
You are live. Yeah, we are live.
We are. That's right.
We are here alive in front of the camera. And yeah, good morning, good evening, whatever you want to call it.
How come this darn balloon won't turn around so we can see that Valentine's Day sentiment?
Because it never wants to.
There it goes.
There
Happy
we go.
Valentine's Day, Eve.
Eve, because technically
James
it's Saturday morning.
here. Muscarella.
Movie and Toy Collector is here, which is great because I want to do a shout out to you in a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah, so stick around. We're just waiting a few minutes for people to...
Did you grab that artwork that we got? Let's show that again.
It's over there. So I have to go get it.
Here, hold this and I'll go get it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll bestow you with that.
I get the fancy desk. That's cool with the bat there.
I see.
It's leaning against the thingy over there.
Oh, the thingy.
That's the technical term for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, get that too.
The thingy. Okay. Ooh.
Okay, so we'll trade items here.
Hold on to that.
Yes. And we'll show this in a little while
Very
as
good,
well.
very good,
Let
very
me
good.
lean this up here. Set that kind
Cool
of
stuff
there
to show you
too.
tonight. I can't wait. I'm gonna have to scan that in and so we can like really
Very
properly show
cool.
it. That is like, yeah, this kind of stuff blows my mind.
It's amazing.
So great. I love my artists out there. All right, hey.
Hey guys! Alright, so this is episode 46 of the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangover.
Over as you do, okay.
And I'm Janet Decay the Mummy.
And I'm Janet Decay the Monkey. I mean, Grimm Gorri the Monkey.
And we host a show on our Facebook fan page called The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout.
Right.
We host a cheesy B movie.
And we did a really cheesy B movie tonight, The Mad Monster. Go look that one up.
It's a really bad movie. Yeah, and you put in some awesome sound effects to make it more watchable.
Palatable, yes. Because some of these movies really need a little, it's like, you know, I don't know. It's all you can really do to make them watchable, but go ahead.
Yeah, and it's Valentine's weekend, and I saw some happy Valentine's comments in there.
That's right.
So, yeah, I mean, we're all dressed festive. We're having fun. We had a fun Valentine's show.
Right. Because, you know, some people might watch the rerun, you know, on our Facebook page on Valentine's Day. You never know.
That's true.
We didn't even talk about this like we talked about before. We were going to supposedly mention that.
Yes, and I forgot about that.
We both did. So, but it doesn't matter because if you want to go check out our Hairy Scary Hangout show on our Facebook thing, we have a whole archive. We have over 100. We have 114 shows on there now.
Yeah, 114 episodes that you can watch archived on our Facebook page. Just click on the little videos tab. And what's really nice is we are getting some viewers, some new viewers from Kalamazoo, Michigan. We are on a channel out there, and the channel name is Public Media Network. Public Media Network in Kalamazoo. They do replay some of our old episodes on there.
Dino's in the house.
Hey there, Dino! From the Dino and Ted show, the Late Late Horror Show.
Yes.
The Dino and Ted show. I like to call it that, but
hosted by them.
Hosted by Dino and Ted.
Close enough.
And Kelsey. Did I get the name right?
Where?
There's a lady that helps host stuff too, or review movies. They do really cool movie reviews. Kelsey, I think. And then they play really awesome old-timey radio shows.
Right, and that's really cool.
I was listening to some yesterday while working at the computer. So yeah, sometimes I'll go into their chat too and say hello. Or Grimm, whoever watches.
Well, thank you, James Muscarella. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, he liked your jacket?
He likes both of us. He said we're styling and profiling tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Vogue. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. Vogue. All right.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of, this is, well, we would do the show anyway, but a lot of people are kind of stuck at home. They're quarantining, not going out as much.
Well.
And you could still dress festive and have fun and hang out virtually.
Yeah.
Or hang out with your close, you know.
Look,
with your family and close friends.
There's a lot of shut-ins that were
Yeah.
they were ahead of the curve with forget about all this this lockdown crap. You know, we were shut-ins before it was cool to be shut-ins. You know what I mean, man?
Pretty much.
This is what this is the kind of life that we like. You know, we like to entertain people.
Darling.
Yes, and we were doing this stuff before. Come on, admit it out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about that really like it. You know, you kind of encase yourself in your own little world. You find the stuff that you like. And that's what you like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So we were ahead of the curve with this show. Just saying.
Yeah, we did it before it was cool.
Thank you.
So we thought of talking about Valentine plans. People's what are your Valentine plans this weekend? Are you going to stay in and watch movies? Are you going out to your sweetie's house? Are you going maybe for a long walk on the beach?
Extra lotion and extra Kleenex?
Oh God!
What is it? We don't know.
Within, we don't want to hear the graphic details.
Well,
but
well, maybe.
but maybe someone has a cute story, or maybe they're surprising their sweetie.
Yeah.
Maybe with gifts or balloons or something. So, I just thought that would be cute to see the comments for some of that. Like
John Y says, time for a drink or six.
A drink or six. Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to that, John Y. All right. Bing. All right. Oh, I didn't drink. Oh, no, I can't. There we go.
So there's an idea there, something we can talk about.
Right. So, this is a weekend for romance, but it could be anything,
Mm-hmm.
It could be your love for movies, love for collecting certain things.
Yeah, and speaking of collecting certain things, Movie and Toy Collector 13 is watching, and he also has a YouTube channel, so if you go to his name, Movie and Toy Collector 13, he has a really cool movie and toy collection, and it's great how he has it all set up. And he says that he watches us, and he's a fan. So I just thought we'd do a nice little shout out to him.
Yeah, and you can get a lot of cool ideas on if you're into the same sort of things on how to display your stuff. For the past bunch of years, I've been watching people who are like video files into collecting videotapes and DVDs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
What they would do and.
Some of them custom make their own shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll have just walls of shelves of their movies and toys, and they make their own shelving to fit everything.
It's pretty cheap and it's not that hard to do.
It's incredible how creative some of these collectors get.
Yeah, when you got tons and tons of physical media, which we're big advocates of that because if anything ever happened, with the cloud or any of that kind of stuff. That
if your streaming service died or something,
you have a physical copy of whatever you like.
Go to your movie shelf and pick out a movie to watch.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's nice to have as backup.
All right, so we got a lot of people chatting here.
What are the comments?
So many. Albert says, Metelsky says, what's the topic tonight? And asked Janet to say darling again. That was perfect. They like that. You got to hold the cup up.
I feel fancy wearing this fluffy. It makes me think of Zsa Zsa Gabor.
I think I got this for you for Christmas originally. It didn't come until January.
Yeah, it showed up in January. So I said, what? I'll save it for Valentine's.
Right. We had a backup. So
yeah.
Give them a hello. This... Okay, quack. Ready? And go.
Darling. Hello, darling.
There you go. Mummy Gabor over here.
Mummy Gabor, yes.
So James Moose Gorilla says he builds and collects Harry Potter Lego sets.
Harry Potter Lego sets.
Wow.
Yeah, Lego is a thing. People get really crazy with collecting Lego and building those.
The funny thing about Lego to me is that when I was a little ape, Legos were just blocks. That's all they were. Blocks that you couldn't even pull apart when you put them together, and they had to make a tool, a special tool to pull them apart. But they didn't come from what I remember, they were just boxes of blocks. Now they're very some of the parts are shaped like whatever they're supposed to.
Based on the specific play set or license
and
set.
Now they have people that look like. So it's changed a lot. But some of the basic stuff is still Lego. But what they grew it into is amazing. I mean, obviously you can't,
Yeah.
But I remember when they were just basically different colored little square and rectangular shaped blocks.
But some people get really creative with the Legos, and they build these elaborate.
It's like a pixel.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
It was before pixel, yeah. But everything is binary like that. But anyway, that's pretty cool. What it's turned into, Lego's done a great thing. They've franchised it into and done a lot of different licensed stuff with it.
Don't they even have a Lego museum somewhere?
They do. And I think it's
fascinating.
I think it's in overseas. It's in that's Sweden.
Germany, maybe?
I forget where it's at.
Somewhere in Europe. Yeah,
Probably
we'd have to
in
look it
Poland, I
up.
don't know.
Lots of comments. Oh, Naoko's here.
Oh, I was wondering about Naoko.
Hello, Naoko. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's over in Japan. All the way from Japan. We heart you too, Naoko.
Aw.
Naoko. All right, so we got everyone's like Naoko. We have to just back up here.
Yes, everyone loves Naoko.
Of course. Aw.
And she has a great Facebook group. They do little watch parties in there, and she'll play anime, all kinds of different anime, and some of these I've never seen before. There's so much I still need to watch. I do like anime too. So, and she'll share like monster movie stuff.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place.
Oh, Naoko?
Yeah,
she does watch parties too.
Yeah, she has a Facebook group.
Yeah, big time.
And they'll watch movies together and,
so much
and
fun.
comment.
She's definitely someone to check out.
Yeah.
Legoland in Florida, people say. Okay.
Oh, there's one in Florida. Okay. I kept thinking there was one in Europe. So I'm mistaken.
Yeah, Gary Smith says about 2 years ago, the Cleveland Auto Show, they had a full-size car made of Lego blocks. You know, one time I went to a toy fair in New York at the Javits Center, and they had a Lightning McQueen made out of Legos.
Oh, wow.
Full size.
Oh, that's cool.
It was crazy. But they do all kinds of stuff with Lego.
They've made like Halloween Lego and like Ghosts
Lego's
Lego.
crazy,
there's so many different ones. They made Ghostbusters Lego.
It's a lot of fun. But another funny thing about Legos to me is like my brother, right? Lives in Germany with his son and his daughter and all that. One year, he got his son, I forget how old he was. He might have been really young at the time. But he was in the Star Wars. So all I remember is, this is the great thing. So his kid wanted like a Lego sort of like one of those big, walkie things. Looks like a camel.
Yeah.
But who put it together?
He did.
My brother, not the kid.
He didn't want to put it together. This thing was
this huge. It was awesome, but it was like a kid could never do this. I mean, they could put a couple things together, but it was like more for so a lot of those things are for the parents. They make those things for adults now, which is great. They figured out their market. They know what people want.
For kids of all ages.
They put it in the toy aisle, but adults go to get the stuff, and the kids want it too, So they really figured out their, what they could actually appeal to. And like I said, the licensing opportunities were incredible. So good for Lego.
It's amazing, what people collect with that. That
Lego
is cool.
Gundam, that's a whole other matchup.
Yeah, they probably made like anime ones, all different ones like overseas.
Okay. So Dino's trying to rope us back into the
back
Valentine's
into Valentine's.
Day. So favorite Valentine candy. Still love the hard candy hearts. We were just talking about today. Today.
So the candy hearts I love.
The chalky candy hearts.
I haven't seen them at the store.
Do they still make them?
I don't know if they still make them, but I love. They kind of taste like a Necco wafer. Necco wafer.
And the reason why
Necco,
yeah. The reason why we're asking that because I remember a story coming out maybe about 3-4 years ago that said that the manufacturer that was making the core, like the basic stuff of the candy hearts, they were stopping doing that. So I think they might have got a lot of pushback. I'm sure they're still out there, but candy hearts. That brings me back to grade school,
Yeah, I haven't seen those. Like we went out to the store today to get some props, some balloons and stuff for the show, and you said the candy and everything was wiped out.
It was wiped out, yeah. Even the cheapest stuff you can get, it was still wiped out to the more expensive stuff, of course.
Yeah.
All that stuff. But favorite Valentine candy? I mean, that would be one of them. I like those Necco wafer, the chalky hearts, the message hearts. Those were funny.
And then with chocolate, anything dark chocolate, I like that as
a kid.
As a kid?
Did you like dark? No. Well, you might have. Is like
any candy really as a kid, like.
Or Mounds, whatever.
Whatever candy you got in class on Valentine's Day.
Naoko loves Necco wafers.
Yeah, Necco wafers are good.
Yeah, it's amazing how much stuff gets strewn across the world.
Necco wafers, oishi desu.
I only like the brown ones, the chocolate ones.
Really? I liked all of them.
The brown chocolate.
I thought they were all good.
Necco wafers. Yeah.
But they all kind of had like a chalky.
Yes.
And they were sweet, but they weren't like real sweet.
No.
It was like it was like a nice mild candy.
Well, the favorite Valentine candy, what other Valentine candy besides chocolate Necco wafers is there?
I guess chocolate hearts.
Yeah.
Like the box of chocolates. Like the one
But you gotta get the good time, because if you get the Entenmann's is okay, But anything below that, like, you know, what's the one?
Like Whitman's Sampler.
No,
Did they
Whitman's.
make?
Whitman's, I mean,
Yeah.
not Intimates. But what's the one below that? What's the other one that?
Well, like the dollar store ones with the cartoons on it that say like "I choose you" and
Oh boy.
the chocolate's like real waxy and I don't even know if it's real chocolate. Like those are kind of not so good.
Oh, John Wise says not to, we can deviate off topic and then go back. He goes, Amigo got the license for Hammer Horror.
Oh,
And they're doing a killer Christopher Lee Dracula.
We could talk about Amigo a little bit because it has to do with collecting. That's a great, so Valentine's stuff and collecting. We could talk about both.
It's a nice mashup.
And then a little bit later, we're going to go over a few things. So it's okay.
So yeah, so toy collecting is huge for us, and then obviously all of you.
So our buddy John, who's commenting, he has a huge Mego collection, and that's something he collects. Some of you collect Harry Potter, some of you collect movies and action figures.
Right, and
he's got the Mego figure.
In the last several years, Mego's come back, you know, with a vengeance, and like doing all kinds of like bizarre licenses and things and stuff they never would have. They never did in the past. You know, they did like basic stuff like Marvel Comics, DC Comics. Some TV
Married
stuff.
with Children.
Now
I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah,
right.
they've done new ones now. Who bought that company? I don't remember.
I don't think any. I think the same dude that ran it is still.
John maybe. But they brought them back, and Target was selling them.
They have exclusives with Target.
Some of them were like online exclusive only. Like they made Universal Monster Migos. And I guess like the Frankenstein one is really hard to find.
See, some people are saying they already ordered their Hammer Dracula Amigo. We got to get online to get that.
Yeah, I should order those.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
That sounds really cool.
Oh, Brock still makes conversation starts going back to the Valentine's. So Brock still does.
Oh, they're the same company that makes the jelly beans for Easter.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I remember those now. Because I'm trying to remember the brand names of those candies. That's cool.
Oh, the Valentine's Day, they come out with those giant, obnoxious candy bars. Like the 5-pound Hershey bar.
Yeah, like, can you really eat a 5-pound candy?
That's not the point.
Like, yeah, that's
it's
so much sugar.
You know, it's the love of the...
But maybe it's so you could share it with your sweetie or your friends.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's kind of like a kitschy thing, you know. It's just sort of like, you know, goofy. You know, like a 5-pound Reese cup. I'd eat that.
I believe that. You do like Reese's cups. Well, I believe that.
That's one of the only like mainstream candies I can stand anymore. Like, you know, chocolatey stuff.
Yeah, there's a ton of good toys out there.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's like so much cool stuff people can collect.
Well, it's only because people are collecting it. I mean, before okay, that all started with like maybe McFarlane, right? Because before McFarlane,
like 90s, yeah, maybe with collecting figures.
Well,
no, that probably goes back a little bit farther.
No. I'm talking about the detail that made people want to collect.
Oh, to make them collectible.
And then everybody jumped on like the make toys
like for grown-ups to buy.
Yes.
Yeah, for adults or older.
Yeah. Again, the toy all, but all the adults are buying them.
Yeah.
So McFarlane set the standard, like set the bar up for the detail and manufacturing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They did, but. Then everyone started jumping on, hey, these things are still sellable. So Mego's starting to come back, and there's been a lot of stuff coming out. Like I don't know, like McFarlane. They were
big for a while. I don't know. There's other.
They're still doing stuff. They got
NECA.
Like
do they still make figurines?
NECA. No, but you know what the big one is Sideshow.
Yeah. I remember.
Sideshow is doing some crazy expensive. They're expensive. But the detail in their figures for forever. But they're doing even better and better stuff. But it's crazy, crazy stuff Sideshow's doing. So check out Sideshow toys. They're.
I know in the past I've sold some really cool figurines, like from the movie Trick or Treat, the little pumpkin head, the Jack-o'-lantern kid Sam. Sam. Those little figurines are super collectible. With that, yeah. Yeah, I remember I had one and put it on eBay and it didn't last long. Those are really cool. Wow, there's a ton of comments, guys.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
Let's see what we got here.
Marshmallow Peeps came back out. Oh.
Ugh. I hate Peeps.
Not a fan of Peeps. Never was.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Peeps.
Peeps was the kind of candy when you were a kid, since you were addicted to the sugar, you ate like the last thing if you could. But if it was there, you'd eat it.
NECA is killing it right now. Universal Monsters.
Oh,
Ooh, so they've got a new series out.
I need to go back and check that out.
Yeah, so Movie and Toy Collector knows his figurines.
Wow.
He could tell you all about it.
That's really interesting. Yeah. Okay. So
That's
remember
cool.
those huge chocolate bars they sold as band candy. Oh, so John Biggins is talking about when you were in a band.
Mm-hmm. You had to sell the candy bars.
But they were bigger versions of the candy bars that people liked. Yeah, I remember those things. Yeah.
You would sell the candy bars for your school or whatever. Yeah, to raise funds.
So we're talking about NECA and the NECO wafers. There's two different things.
Yeah. What I do like are Kit Kat bars. Dark chocolate Kit Kat bars.
Yes, we agree with you, Naoko. No Peeps.
No Peeps. Yeah, I don't like Peeps.
I don't even know that's a popular thing. They're just marshmallow and sugar. It's just like...
Yeah, it's like too much sugar.
Right up there with the circus peanuts.
Yeah.
But I liked both of them as a kid, but...
I don't like circus peanuts.
As an adult,
never did.
Well, they were good as a kid.
I don't think that's
all
real.
Sugar.
I don't think it's real food.
It's not, none of it's real food.
I think they're made out of cardboard or something. All right. Okay, so we wanted to show this.
Good for you, Albert. I saw your post, buddy.
What was it?
He says he's mixing his drink stronger than ever tonight.
Oh, jeez. I believe it.
He's having a grand old time.
He is.
Okay, so let's get on with some cool thing that we got that we showed on our show earlier on Facebook. We got this artwork from.
But we wanted to share it on YouTube. So this is from Phil in we'll say Phil from Ohio. M&M, love the show. Thank you, Phil. He drew this cool zombie guy.
And to that we say, oh, look, Nora Wallace. Thank you for the super chat, Nora.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Miss Nora. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Very sweet.
Very sweet, guys.
And what did we get from...
And this is the... Hold on a sec.
All right.
So Phil also drew this.
From Philly Boy. Look at... He drew... This is what he showed us.
This is like amazing.
No.
Oh, can you...
Oh, yeah, I know. The drop down.
that?
I don't know what that is. There we go.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Turn it so straight. There we go. Can you go up further? Closer? Look at that, y'all. An original pencil drawing of the Mummy and the Monkey.
Yeah, that... I mean, wow. We got to get a frame for that.
I cannot wait to go to Walmart tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Now I'm going to get a nice frame for that.
Maybe Hobby Lobby or something.
But I would like to do
some
like
art
the mat board.
Store. Yeah, with mat board would be
kind
good.
of mat for that. Isn't that nice? Very cool.
That is so cool.
We love our fans. Thank you so much, Phil.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch, man. That's very
awesome.
cool. Awesome. Very, very cool.
So another thing that I'm collecting right now, speaking of collections, old film, like found film, 8mm film reels. I'm starting to archive some of it, and I did put some of it on our YouTube channel. I called it 8mm Found Film Volume 1. That one had some interesting parts in it, but some of the film's kind of boring. This next one I think will be more interesting.
Better be.
A lot of it's like vacation videos from like the 1960s. So you get to see like the old cars, people going out, they're fishing, they're camping. It's kind of neat. But with 8mm film, it's silent.
Yeah.
So there's no sound. They're not talking. You don't hear them talk. So we're adding music to it. What's going on there?
I don't know. I'm going to turn this thing off here for a
Okay.
minute. The mouse keeps flipping around. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're still rolling. Yeah.
Going there.
It was the preview was not enabled. It's all good.
So yeah, you guys might see more of that soon on our YouTube channel here. And I did add a third playlist for the 8mm found film.
Okay, cool. So so everything on our YouTube has like different playlists. So it's not all, resale stuff that we do as resellers, and then the Mummy and the Monkey should have all separate playlists so people can go on and say, hey, I want to watch some 8mm films. It's all on here, or found films. Yeah.
And it's like a neat little time warp. It's like a little glimpse into someone's life in the 1960s.
Yeah.
So
whenever.
And it's or whatever time period we find the film.
The
from.
sad thing was, the real man. Oh, that's Justin. Thank you, Justin. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, brother.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's.
Good comic creator. If you could click on Justin's profile, however you do that, check out what he's up to, the real Manos there. He's a independent comic book creator. He has a superhero comic he has out that's based in Virginia Beach called The Red Knight. Really cool stuff, and maybe I had some to do with that as far as some artwork I've contributed over the years.
He did some art for it.
Yeah, a few things here and there, but Justin's a great guy. Check out his stuff, please. It's really cool. So you can order stuff online from him as well.
Yeah, so those film reels, it's like a little time warp, and it's a great way to have them digitized, and that way other people can watch them.
Here comes the birthday girl. Hello, Mama Monkey.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, and happy birthday, even though it's 2 days away.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
That's right. I'm sure people will hear you. They're
Hope
listening.
everybody keeps safe. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of comments.
Hey, you know,
This is great.
I can feel the love tonight. You know,
Aw.
I can feel the love. It's so nice to have everybody out there listening and watching us. And man, this show tonight though on our Facebook page was a little, you know, we had so much stuff to get through. I didn't know we'd have enough time for the movie.
A ton of well, we love the fan interaction, and we got it. We had a lot of people send in pictures and send in fan mail,
and maybe even more consistent viewers than we've had, you know, in a while. So.
Well, we took a break last week from doing the live streaming, and I think people were maybe missing us because we were missing them.
They were backed up. So
yeah, they were really wanting to hang out.
Oh, people were saying happy birthday. Thank you so much. We'll let her know.
Thank you.
We'll let her know for sure.
Yeah. She's a celebrity now.
Hobbs Horror. Hey, what's up, Hobbs Horror?
Hey there, Hobbs.
All right. Yeah, so another thing we haven't talked about that's not Valentine's related, but I don't know if you want to even talk about it, but the PreCode Hollywood movies.
Yes.
You're addicted now?
Yeah, I'm hooked on 1930s PreCode Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
There's a ton of them on YouTube, and a new tradition now is I'll watch one almost every night before bed, and sometimes I'll watch them.
Well, before bed, you can't sleep until it's over.
Well, most of them, yeah, I watch them all the way through, and then some of them I'll fall asleep halfway if the movie isn't that good.
Okay, so she's gonna watch this movie and be like, I come down. You're like watching the dang movie still, like
yeah, I'll be in the sarcophagus, watching movies. And it's fun. Like, there's 3 of them that stood out that we watched together, actually.
So explain PreCode.
So PreCode was before, how should I word
the movie,
this?
the movie ratings, right?
So around 1940, I think, is when they started movie ratings and having, like, a Hollywood code and having, they were afraid of things being too risque, and they wanted things more, like, peachy keen, squeaky clean, and regarding like how women were portrayed in films and things like that.
See, here's the thing. So if
I'm not sure how to word that.
You're right, because if you watch some of these PreCode movies, you're gonna see, and you'll be shocked because you'll think, oh, 1920s, 1930s, early 1940s. What could they show?
Right.
You'd be surprised the portrayals of stuff. I mean, women were very strong in these movies back in the day, and they were doing things that like men would do, as they would say, because they really homogenized stuff in the 50s. If you think about it, the roles of
40s
women.
and 50s, it was really here. Before we get into that again,
Yeah.
Michael, thank you so much for the super chat. Mummy and Monkey versus Betty White. Make it happen. No, we like Betty White.
Oh, she would probably be into it. And then Connie Cleary, thank you so much for the super
Miss
chat.
Connie.
But yeah, so I'm pretty sure like things were like sort of like changed a lot. Like the roles of people were, it seems like
the women in these movies had a stronger role. Like
much
they were
stronger,
much stronger characters. So like
very independent,
very independent. Some of them were on like a speakeasy. They lived on their own. They had their own career. Some of them were murderers.
Yeah.
Some of them were just as guilty of these like crimes as the guys in these movies.
And if you think about it, a lot of the movies from the 50s, like the 40s and 50s, they did that was like gone. Like that sort of strong, not strong if you're a killer, but women that owned businesses, owned speakeasies, and did stuff like that.
It seemed like they had a better.
The bad girl thing was like, oh no, that's not good anymore. We need to revise women's images and make them in a kitchen and being a household person. And the guy was the bad guy or the good guy, but the women were always neutral. in the you know, a lot
Yeah,
of the roles later.
they were
right?
either like the love interest or
Right.
like the wife or the mom. Like, and it seems like when you compare like the 1940s and 50s Hollywood movies to these pre-code movies, they just had more. They had more guts. They had more grit.
And
You
I
know?
would say even they weren't even praising. They were saying that's a bad lifestyle too.
Yeah.
I mean, but women were allowed to actually
But they actually
portray those roles
Mhm.
and either suffer the consequences or get by, whatever. But it was more, you know, available to a female at the time to do a role like that. And
Yeah.
then later on in the 40s and late 40s and 50s, that was all just like obliterated. Now you're like
Yeah.
this, like, you know, subservient person that, yes, dear, no, dear, we should, you know, the kids. And it's like, not like, hey, you know, get out of my face, Buster, you know, or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, and
You
then
know.
like and don't take this the wrong way, guys. I love Universal monsters. I love classic horror films.
Uh-oh.
But the girls were always the victim in these movies. They were always fainting. They were always locked in a room somewhere, or they were kidnapped by the monster. You don't see a lot of strong female roles in those movies.
Well, that was, for example,
So-
one movie we just watched was it the
But I do love those monster movies, so don't take that the wrong way.
was it the Midnight Lady?
It's an observation that the ladies were always like, "Oh, a monster," you know.
We just watched a movie. It was about Prohibition, and it was the Midnight Lady, right? Was that the one?
Yeah. So the Midnight Lady was the one where
With
she
the
ran.
mother.
She ran a speakeasy.
She left her family when she was young and didn't know her daughter growing up and all that. So she that's like a big scandalous thing.
Right.
Owned a speakeasy, and then later on, she knew who her daughter was, but the daughter didn't know who she was.
Mm-hmm.
And she got tabs on her and things like that. And finally, when it came around to where she had interaction with her, even though the daughter didn't know that was her mom, but the mom knew that she was her daughter,
Right.
basically took a murder rap for her daughter. Got this really weird
Yeah,
life thing.
she found someone that an associate dead in his apartment.
Right, and basically took the murder, went to jail.
And it didn't
for her
look
daughter.
It didn't look good because
Right.
she found him like that. Didn't know. She thought the daughter may have done that to him, and
I didn't see one trip or one fall. The woman sat there with a gun, trying to wipe the prints off it, thought her daughter's prints were on it. Meanwhile, they weren't.
right.
People walked in, and she looked at these people like, "What are you looking at?" I'm wiping prints off a gun. It was like all cool about it.
Yeah.
Went to jail for her daughter, and it wound up sort of okay in the end. But
Yeah, and a lot of these
But it
pre-code,
was
a lot
really
of them
hardcore,
are
I
like
thought.
murder mysteries with these weird plot twists.
it's great because we're sitting there
And
yelling.
some of them like really mess with your head because you're
Right.
trying to figure out who the killer is,
And
or
we're yelling at the TV going, "What are you doing?"
yes,
It's a lot of fun.
it
But-
is.
But again, it's stuff that you didn't see. I don't think I saw a lot of that kind of stuff in the 50s and the
Mhm.
60s movies.
And if you did, it
Totally
like
different things.
involved a lot of guys, or
Yeah, it was
if
always
there
the guys
or
doing
if there was a dame involved, it was like
A dame.
it was like a lady that needed help.
What was the name for legs? Was it stems? Or
Stems and getaway sticks.
Getaway sticks.
The 1920s slang
I don't
for a lady with legs. Nice stems,
I
nice
thought-
getaway sticks.
Yeah, even with Little Rascals, the stuff I love, like the older even the women back then were portrayed a lot less stronger and more, kind of,
like the mom or the teacher. Yeah.
But they were very alpha, They weren't like, kind of pushovers, like they were.
Oh yeah,
I
Mrs.
don't
Crabtree.
Oh yeah.
She she was
This is crazy.
she was stern.
Anyway, but yeah, check out some pre-code movies. I mean, whether you like the gritty gangster stuff or the gangster mall, as they call them, the MOL, the gangster girlfriend. They're
Mhm.
always cool. Or the woman that was just like the speakeasy owner or whatever. There's a lot of cool stuff.
Well, there was one called Unholy Marriage, and this one I think was the most interesting because it was.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I watched this. You were working on our videos or something,
Whatever.
and I was watching
Doing
this.
real work.
No. This was.
You were eating bonbons watching pre-code movies.
Yes.
Just kidding. No, she wasn't.
Ew.
Hank, I'm trying to end this video. What's up?
But yeah, Unholy Marriage. It's about there's a young man who's a doctor. His father's an older guy who's a doctor. He ends up the young doctor ends up falling in love with the gardener's daughter, and it was scandalous because
Let me get my bonbons. Go ahead.
because it was like beneath them, and why are you marrying her? She's like a commoner.
Oh,
she's
boy.
she's not like from a well-to-do family, and the childhood friend really wanted to marry him and was upset that the gardener's daughter married him. And it was something where this other girl and the father were like scheming something. And literally, I think they messed with this girl's head, and she went crazy and killed herself.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, it was like really messed up for for a movie that old.
Yeah, but there's some really cool gems out there that are buried, but they're not really so much. I mean, if you go on YouTube, you can find all this kind of stuff. Really good stuff to watch. I mean, trust me, it's not the Hollywood cookie cutter stuff that you see now.
No, it's way different.
You know, and if you're up to that kind of like little bit of a vacillation between, HD, 4D, CGI stuff, as opposed to good old fashioned drama writing where you're sitting there yelling at your TV, that to me is the best. I love that. So
yeah.
Oh,
movie and toy collector. Wow.
Really? Thank you so much.
You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much.
So let's talk a little bit more about what they're into.
Yeah, so movie and toys and collecting them.
Yes. The channel, his channel is really informative. It's really fun. He's got a true love for that medium for sure.
Yeah, we watched some of his videos earlier recently, and he's got like shelves stacked on top of shelves, and he's got this like unique setup on his movies. It's just
toys.
Like
toys
floor to ceiling. Just
were you jelly about some of them He-Man toys?
I was jealous about some of those figures.
Pretty cool stuff.
It looks really cool.
Amazing. So, that's the beauty of the world of YouTube. I mean, there's all these people out there with a lot of similar things that we all like. And you can kind of delve into their world and, learn stuff from them, become friends with them, and learn from each other and just kind of share like good stuff. I mean, that's the one thing I love about the internet is that it opened up, where you are. You can
possibilities.
You can still be where you are.
There.
You don't have to venture out far. But you can go anywhere you want,
Yeah.
And meet people that way virtually, if nothing else. Even before, pandemic, before all that happened, you were still able to do that.
It was still a great way to connect even
and it
before
still is.
All this, yeah.
And after it will be. So it's like a consistent thing that way. So.
And what will be really fun is when things are better and the conventions are back again or events are back again.
I can't wait. We took that so for granted, I think.
And then when we can finally give out hugs and high fives and take pictures with people and talk with people that have been following us online all this time.
Can't wait for that.
It will be so nice to just say hello to people and say, hey, how's it going? Yeah. Nice to see you. Just little things like that I miss.
Yeah, because, that's the one thing about this kind of lifestyle is that, yes, I mean, we're kind of like homebodies anyway, but we relished getting out there and seeing our, the people that we connect with. Even before we did this show, it was a big thing for us to go to conventions, right? I mean, that was our thing, that was your weekend, that was like a mini vacation to see all the people that you like and the stuff that they, share the common interests. It was so great. So on either side of the camera or either side of the table.
Yeah. Just to meet up with fellow nerds and fellow people who have the same interests and similar interests.
We all miss that. And I think
we miss that bonding, just that connection to talk to people like that.
So there you go.
So maybe the spring and summer, if there's outdoor little events, it's probably safer to meet outside and hang.
Sounds like Late Late Horror Show has a confession to make. They say their skunk ore still smells, so. I don't know what that
You might want to get that checked out by a doctor.
Right. They make a...
Sounds like a medical condition.
There's a prescription you can get for that.
That's hilarious.
But good to know. Whoa.
Bargain
Bargain Barons.
Barons.
What? Now, this is the channel.
Oh my, Bargain Barons, you guys are now that's a channel you guys got to look up.
So check out, this is our resellers that we like, that we follow.
They are our favorite Canadian YouTubers.
There are a couple that are just dedicated to doing really cool stuff when it comes to reselling. They venture out.
They do.
In their homeland of Canada, in different parts. What part are they from?
Saskatchewan.
That's right. And they go around there, and they do all kinds of stuff. The production of their videos are very cool, and they even do like really fun things with the viewers that watch them. They'll sit down, they'll open letters that they get, and around Christmas time, I know it's a long way from.
So if you guys like creepy, well, not all creepy, but some of them are creepy, like the hair wreaths and the hair jewelry.
Yeah,
they find these really cool antiques.
They're into antique stuff,
and their whole house is decorated with these beautiful antiques, and it's just amazing. Like, there was one video where they did a tour of their house, it's like stepping in a time capsule.
Like all Victorian.
I was talking to you guys earlier about collecting 8mm film and archiving that vintage film. I mean, this is like similar, you know, where they collect this stuff and it's like a way to preserve it, take care of it, and it's a little piece of history.
Yeah, they do a great job. And I was going to say around Christmas time, I know it's a year away from now, but they do a fun thing where they'll make like hot cocoa and they'll sit there and they'll make it fresh and everything from scratch, and they'll open up like all the viewer mail that they got specifically for the, you know, the Christmas time. But throughout the year though, they do really fun excursions out in Saskatchewan, checking out stuff from and it's interesting how similar the garage sales are to American ones.
Well, they seem seems more friendly.
Well,
Maybe just, I don't know. I like hearing the accents too.
No, but you're always impressed by like the treats that they'll have. Like they'll have like, you know, some tea and, you know, and some cookies.
There was one video where the lady had like tea and coffee and cookies, and I'm like, wow, I don't think they do that at our yard sales.
But they look for a lot of the stuff that we would pretty much look for, you know, personally at some of the yard sales and flea markets that they go to, or that mall that they go to, the indoor mall.
Yeah, that one mall looks like
has
fun.
all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
But we love you. Thank you so much, Bargain Barons. Check out their YouTube channel. You will not be disappointed. You'll be addicted. They do a nice wrap up of what they find and what they, you know, what they you know, save on and what they spend. It's really cool.
Yeah,
really cool format.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, and then there you go. We were talking about collecting things.
Yeah.
So, what do you collect, Grimm?
Mostly fleas. No, I collect comic books, toys. You know, one of my favorite things to find out there in the wild, obviously, is like Cleveland memorabilia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the luckiest thing I found, which I wasn't even looking for, even though I'm looking for it, but I didn't even know I even had it, which was crazy, was the Ghoulardi.
The Ghoulardi autograph. Yeah,
which,
so the Cleveland, the television memorabilia, we collect autographs.
Yep.
We have a collection of those.
Yeah.
And you collect monkeys and gorillas.
I do. There's all the monkey stuff goes up on the set.
There.
Yep. I pretty much keep all that stuff because, you know, it's monkey, you know. You can't say no to that. You collect mummy stuff, apparently.
I do collect mummy stuff.
But not a lot of it. You don't like a lot of modern mummy, like Egyptian-y stuff. You like...
stuff that looks vintage to me. Yeah. Like stuff that... Because, like, we went to a thrift store last week, and they had a few Egyptian-looking knickknacks, but they looked too cheap. Right. Like too... I don't know. They didn't look great.
So tell everybody about this little curiosity right here. This big curiosity.
Oh, that one. Okay.
That's a nice one.
So this one is from a movie theater that was built in the 1930s.
Yeah, PreCode.
From PreCode.
It might have saw some of their PreCode movies you like. Yeah,
and it was from a movie theater in London, Ohio, a little small town next near Columbus. And a friend of ours that has a photography studio bought that movie theater, and he was working on renovating it, and I think it's still open. I don't know, but yeah, he gave that to me. I was in shock.
That's a very nice piece, yes. And wow, where's that going to end up? Is it going to be in your tomb with you?
Probably with the sarcophagus there.
You can't give that thing up. That's just way too cool. Yeah, so that's an authentic. That's not a, you know, from Marshalls or Ross or anything like that.
No, that was from a movie theater.
That's a real deal, like, you know, oldie.
Because the movie theater was decorated all with Egyptian stuff.
When it was real popular.
Because you have to think, when they found King Tut's tomb, that was 1922. So if this was built in the 30s, the Egyptian stuff was still popular.
Right, yeah, so that's definitely, who knows what discussions were had in front of that piece of artwork right there. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. Let's check the comments.
Yes,
There's a ton of comments, guys. Thank you.
Naoko is back. Had ancient Asian preserves. Well, look, wow. A lot of people are saying what they collect. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Who made Janet's sarcophagus? That's an interesting story as well.
Oh, that is a good question, Albert.
Janet, please.
Yes. So, okay. Don't tell anyone that it's a prop. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's a secret, okay?
Well, he said it's a prefab.
Jay Summers, the director of the movie Revenge of the Spacemen, and that's a movie I was in.
That's right.
Him and his crew.
He and his crew.
I said that wrong. He and his crew built that, and actually, that's my real face.
You can't see
on
it
there.
though in the thing.
Oh, it
here.
doesn't show
It goes
up
up to
on
the
there.
neck. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to do a separate YouTube video about those
Right.
stories.
Maybe you can even talk to Jay about it. It'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, but yeah, that was built for me, and I will be eternally grateful. I bought the supplies, and they wanted to test out their special effects skills, and
they did a.
I bought the supplies, and they put it together, and I
They-
helped paint a little bit.
They fabricated a sarcophagus, which is appeared in some of our skits and stuff like that, and then other stuff that we've done. But yeah, it's a very nice piece, and we're happy to have it here. Thank you, Jay and crew.
Yeah, thank you. So we should probably wrap things up in a little bit here.
John Wise, charge, baby.
Charles,
All right.
oh, mine's empty. Let me have a sip of yours.
You got
There
this.
we go.
It's a little coconutty. You might like it.
Special brew, a pop.
We brought back
That's a
Mystery
good.
Science Theater.
That's a good
3000.
soda pop.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Wow. William Rusho collects medieval and Asian weapons, mostly replicas. But I do have a few real weapons, such as a flail. Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's your bit. Wow. Flail. What do you do with that? Ooh.
Bargain Baron says, don't forget to thumbs up people.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, thumbs up on us. And obviously, when you go visit them, give them a thumbs up and subscribe and like.
Yes.
You know, it's a communal thing.
And if you guys haven't done so, click subscribe and hit the little bell next to subscribe. So that way when we go live like this, or when one of us uploads a video, you'll get a notification to let you know that there's something new to watch.
Bobby Harvey Jr. What are you drinking, Bobby? We're drinking Coca-Cola.
Some pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had ginger ale.
Yeah, I have a little can of ginger ale here.
Yeah, so done. That's what Albert's done, he says. Okay.
He's done. He's tired.
And I think we are too.
I think we're just about done too.
But
we're getting tired.
I can't think of a better way to have spent this Valentine's Day Eve than with people that we love. And thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you have a great weekend, a romantic weekend, or whatever, you know.
Happy Valentine's Day to the single ladies. Happy Galentine's Day.
That's right.
To the dudes, happy Palentine's Day.
To the pals.
To your pals.
That's right. Anyway.
I don't know.
But thank you all for joining. Thank you all the people that did super chats. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet.
Thank you guys so much. It does support the channel. And Bargain Barons, we need to send them something good.
We need to get a hold of them.
Yeah, we need to send them some presents.
But but check out our YouTube. Check out our Facebook. Check out their Facebook. Check out their YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, thank you, Dino from Lately Horror Show. Thank you, Albert.
Movie
Thank
and
you,
Toy Collector.
Movie and Toy Collector.
All of y'all.
You know, go back and read the chat. I think it's all logged in there.
All of yous guys.
And you can watch any of our past episodes on our YouTube channel. But thank you so much for joining us tonight here on the Hairy Scary Hangover.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you next Friday night at midnight right here. Same Mummy Monkey channel. Same Mummy Monkey time.
Yeah, and we'll try to upload stuff throughout the week. We are getting better with uploading things almost every day, sometimes every other day.
All right.
Good night, good fright. Mwah.
See you. I think I turned this off.
Uh-oh, put the
There
mouse
we go.
back on.
See you later, alligators. Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye-bye. Night-night.